Welcome back to Headliners. Straight into Monday's Telegraph. And Josh, claims of a lack of diversity in a family known for marrying relatives.
Indeed, yeah. Yeah. So, Coronation balcony scene was terribly white, says Bridgerton star Adjoa Andoh. So, this was on ITV, and this was part of the commentary that was going on. And then she was saying how it was all really diverse, the ceremony. And then she was like, "Oh, well, look at the balcony; it's all terribly white." Terribly is a bad word anyway, but also the fact it's white. It's like it's a family, it's a white family, and there's lots of people immediately point out online. Well, if you go to the Japanese ceremony, coronation ceremony, guess what? That family happened to be all Japanese or whatever. Like, the idea that there should be any negative connotation to it. Look, they do have family members who are people of colour and whatever. Someone decided not to come, which is fine. But the point is, this shouldn't be a big deal. And this constant sort of pointing out of people's ethnicity, I mean, unless they're Jewish, it's ridiculous. I mean, the idea that it's a complaint, and it's that. And she sort of apologised this morning on Radio 4, and she sort of said, "Oh, I've upset people and I didn't want to upset." But I think that this is just constant, like, can't we just go back to, like, the nice bit of the 90s? I'm not saying racism doesn't exist now and all of that stuff, but at the same time, there was a point where we genuinely were just trying to just move on from ethnicity like it was a determinant thing. And I'm not saying, like, diversity's bad and this and that, but look, a family's a family.
Well,
what's the big deal?
Do you know what I find very weird as an American? The phrase terribly white is the most English white saying you could ever have. I never heard that. It's like, oh, it's terribly white. And she might be, her family's originally from Ghana, I Googled. And those people are world famous. Where did the slaves come from in Africa? They were...
Come on, Lewis.
I'm not stopping you yet.
No, come on.
Because I've got to be careful what I'm saying. I'm just saying that half of Ghanaians were capturing the other half of the Ghanaians, right? There were no...
people from other parts of Africa.
Yes, from other parts of Africa. So it's not like that. Anyway, the point is, I'm with you, really. Just let it go. And what bothered me is all the complaints that were made to Ofcom, which is the state censor. And it's like, in this country, it's like it's not good enough that people... that the state can actually make a complaint. They insist that we rat on the guy on TV. They basically have made us an entire nation.
They ratted on the woman, you mean?
They ratted on the woman, yeah.
But the thing is, the actual ceremony itself, from the clips I saw and what I've read, it was incredibly diverse.
Yeah.
And inclusive and all the other stuff, and representative of the modern country that we have. But just because a family just happens to be white, like, what's the big deal?
It wasn't diverse. All these people were kings and queens from other places.
There
was no losers.
No, but you had the chief rabbi.
Yeah, he's a success. He's the main guy in the entire country for the Jews. But was I asked to be on the show?
Yeah.
Was at the deck.
Lionel Richie was there. Just popped in to say hello.
I see. Very funny. Would you stop with the jokes?
Well, I just thought it was about time.
And you know what? It's not appreciated, because I don't think the audience really understands that you're making a joke. You're so dry.
Well, there we go. Next is Monday's Daily Mail.